Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in the Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about tests from Deity. This week's question comes from Charles, who writes, Hey, first off, I want to say that I love your channel and all of the different backgrounds you guys cover with your speakers. Well, thank you. I find it very interesting to look at everyone's different perspectives on each topic. I was wondering if you guys could talk about whether or not deities test individuals when people go to those gods as their patrons. I have heard of people going through hardship such as depression or things becoming uprooted once they follow a particular deity at first until a point where they start to deal with those issues and then start to live a better life. I've recently started to follow the Morrigan and have been dealing with personal issues that are coming to light through the new direction. So far, I'm handling it well, and it seems to be the right path for me to go. But I was wondering if deities just do this to certain individuals, or if it is something that everyone goes through when they start to follow their patron. Now, my take on this is that deities constantly test us. I don't know about the other hosts on here, but for me, a test from deity comes at any point in time. It can be a time whenever everything seems to be going right and then everything goes to crap. For me, it's happened time and time again, usually with a lesson attached and something to learn. It's something that, they make you deal with your stuff. They make you deal with your crap and really face it head on. It's something that, like I said, I've had time and time again. To me, it's a way that if you're not doing what you're supposed to with regards to coming to your deity in worship or something like that, sometimes it's their way of getting your attention. Sometimes it's their way of just making you deal with your emotional baggage. And sometimes it is just something that you need to go through to build you up for something else. And I can't think of a better time to discuss this topic. It's something that whenever the Orlando shootings happened, that this topic really came into my mind again and again. Is this a test from deity? And certainly I'm not saying that a deity, did this. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form, so don't misunderstand me on that one. I'm just saying that sometimes deities make us look at a situation and really reflect on that situation and see what it means to us. Between that, and if you follow me on my personal channel, you'll know that I just recently had a friend about a day after the shootings. I had a friend that died. He and his husband were together for 21 years, and seeing the bravery that he and his husband had to be who they were on their terms, and seeing the victims of the shooting being who they were, whether it was gay, straight, bisexual, transgender, being who they were and embracing who they were. It really made me focus, and I spent a lot of time with Sophia and Christ and really thinking about, am I embracing that bravery that they faced in their lifetime and until their death? And I think this comes up with any tragedy. We start to think about stuff like this. So it's not really something that's specific to me. It's probably something that people out there were also thinking, or something along those lines, some self-reflection. But it really got me thinking of my sexual identity. So That is why I announced on Facebook my coming out. Not out of the broom closet, just coming out as a gay individual to family and friends that didn't know it before. And yeah, fully exposing myself in that aspect to people. And it was a healing experience. It was something that I needed to face head on, and it was something that was revealed to me when going to Deity of, hey, you need to be who you are. And it is a lesson that Sophia and Christ had said to me, this is what you need to start focusing on with regards to this. You know, you're in an emotional time, but what can you gain from such a tragedy? What is your takeaway for this? And that, to me, is the type of lesson that deity brings to you, no matter what deity it is. And with regards to Morgan, and I haven't worked with Morgan at all, so I can't speak on that one. But as far as doing some workings with Pan, he's kind of come and gone into my practice here and there. Just kind of like hopped in and hopped back out, hopped in, hopped back out. And I set a place for him on my altar. I say, you know, if you want to come around, that's fine. If you don't want to come around, that's fine too. And he comes and goes as he pleases, and as he's invited and whatnot. And the test that he brought up was embracing my homosexuality. It's something that he brought to light and really helped me come to terms with. So for me, I would say that yes, it is something that at least I face whenever it comes to deities. As far as like an initiation type of test, not so much. With Pan, more so than with Sophie and with Christ. But yes, I have seen it as kind of an initiatory aspect, but I also see it as a continuing process. Some continuing lessons that come here and there. So, I hope that answers your question in its entirety. Next week is Subs Week, so I will see you in the beginning of July. I'm looking at my calendar as behind the camera. And I wish you guys a Merry Solstice, as this is the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy Winter Solstice to Brendan in the Southern Hemisphere, and to those of you who are in the Southern Hemisphere, happy Winter Solstice to you. Until next month, I wish you guys love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.